Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pegasus Videos, and today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead. We're going to talk about the predictions preview video for Walking Dead Season 4 Episode 7, which is called Dead Weight. As you can see, I'm wearing my Walking Dead t-shirt, which that's pretty cool. There's Walking Dead there. I haven't done a video for a while, so we're going to be talking about things a bit differently to usual. As in, we're going to have a look more at the people working on it. Well, say more, but not that much more. So this episode will be airing on November the 24th, 2013. And the plot synopsis is: a new and scary chapter is unfolding at a camp outside the prison. Will peace be attainable with the addition of new members? So this is obviously referring to the governor and Lily, Tara, and Megan are the new members, and the camp is Martinez's new group, which includes a few unknown characters. And also someone called Mitch, which you see him in the promo and the sneak peek, and the sneak peek says to the governor, "Don't worry now, you've still got rabbits, skunks, some possum out here. You better watch your ass, one eyebrow." So it looks like Martinez hasn't told them who the governor is. We know that Martinez has revealed that they know each other, which will become a bit of a shock to members of the group and the women that the governor's with. But it seems that Martinez is quite accepting, really, probably because he's got the women with him and the child. Maybe he knows that the governor Kenna is a good fighter and won't be dead weight, as Martinez says. We've had two videos released for this. The promo where you see the governor finding a dead walker outside the camp. And we've also got the regular promo, which shows the sort of little bits from each episode. This doesn't really help much because there's not a lot. It keeps on sort of showing clips we've already seen, especially that we see in the sneak peek, and clips that aren't very interesting. But there are a few actually. There's the one where they're spying this other group, and I don't know who the group is, but it looks like it could be possibly the group that Randall's part of, and David Tony, as they are out in the Georgian countryside. I don't have a clue who it could be. It could be the Hunters or anything, depending on how they go, because this is completely deviated from the comic books. Which is good, I like that, and it's sort of taking some elements from the novels, and in the novels, Brian or Philip or Brian, whichever one you want to call them, the governor essentially, and his group were attacked by a group of. They met Tara near the beginning in Atlanta in an apartment. And then they killed the old guy Don, who was in last week's episode, also who the governor prevented from reanimating. He also was killed in a novel, and he then they kicked the governor and his family and close friends out. And then they found this place and they stayed there for a bit, and then this group came and kick them out. So you see sort of where it's going, and eventually trying to get to the prison. This video is this episode even is directed by Jeremy Podeswa, who is not that well known. He's done a few things. He's quite a few movies, nothing like blockbuster-esque. He's done episodes from a few episodes, a lot of TV shows that he's done. True Blood, Homeland, The Borgias, Camelot, Boardwalk Empire, that kind of thing. So it looks like he's he's a pretty good director. It also mentions a few characters. Mitch, who we've seen already. Patrick, who we don't know much about him, although his description is he's fair-minded. So not much about that. There's another one, Mac, who I saw his name come up in the first cast list released at the start of season 4. So it's finally good to see him. It says he's kind of a wise ass. That's all we know really. Interestingly, there's also mention of a prison walker. So they must be near the prison. So maybe at the end of this episode, we'll see them approach the prison. Well, I think what happened in this episode is that they will join with Martinez's group. The government will slowly work its way into the group, and they'll attack try and steal supplies from this other group that could be David Tony's group, or a group that some people have thought might be planning to attack the prison. And we see, I think that they'll attack that camp, and the governor will try and use the chaos that's happening at that time to kill or indirectly cause the death of Martinez, and then he can then take over the group, and he will have a group ready to attack the prison in the mid-season finale. I'm not sure if he will. If they will attack in the season finale, because it's sort of almost. It probably will happen, but it's quite cliche. I would prefer them to wait actually. Maybe one episode or two, just to keep the suspense going. Especially as in terms of the timeline, this a few months after the end of season 3, episode 16. So they've still got a good, I'd say 3, maybe 4, 2 or 3 months until season 4 starts with the prison did. So there's still more time, and I don't know how they're going to time skip that. Maybe they'll do it at the end of this episode, and the episode 8 mid-season finale will start with the that same picture that pans across the screen and shows the governor, and then the camera will spin around his face and reveal his group of soldiers. I'm hoping there'll be a tank there, like in the comic books, and they could attack then. I think it's going to be a good episode, and there's going to be a lot of action in it, and it'll be interesting to see where Shumpert is. That's what everyone wants to know, where Shumpert is. I think he's probably dead or gone, or left. He might have gone to look for family, or he might have been killed by walkers or people. Maybe the people that Martins is planning to attack, or maybe he's there. Although I highly doubt that, because he's not I don't think he's listed for being in this episode at all. And and also, of course, we'll see what has happened to this other group, this third group. They could be the Hunters, or they could just be David Tony's group. I'm hoping that they continue to deviate away from the comic books and all that. And I like the novels; they're pretty good. The third one's coming out now, which would be interesting to see when. It'll be, I think it's set in Woodbury at the time of when the governor's risen to power, so that'd be really interesting to see what happens there. in the book, and maybe they'll sort of do a promotional thing where they'll really this episode will sort of preview the book maybe, or it will help us understand what's going to happen. But I like all this new content that we're not seeing that we haven't seen in the comic books, and I like how the storyline deviates from it, but still has throwbacks to the comics, like with so you have Andrea's death instead of Tyrese, I guess, at the moment. Some people might think he might die, but it would be good to see him survive longer. We've also got things like in the prison. We have had Laurie die, and the baby survived. We've had the 4 prisoners be completely different. So like Thomas, the prisoner that Rick kills in season 3, episode 2, he wasn't in. There was a character with his name in the comic books, but he was a completely different person, and he still died, but it was all like a different way. Like he was, he said he was in for tax evasion or tax fraud, and he actually was. I think he was a serial killer essentially, which sort of sort of makes sense when they find out Rick goes crazy, and when after Rick kills Thomas and locks Andrew outside, he goes crazy with the prisoners Oscar or Axel. And in season 4 we've got the whole thing with Carol leaving the group, and Carol still survived this long. Bess survived. Daryl and Merle aren't in the comics at all, which is really good because it's completely different. A very good thing from last season is that Merle was there, which made the whole battle with the governor more personal, more interesting, more intricate. And in season 4 you've got all the new people at the prison, although they're all saying a few sentences and then dying, or causing death of someone else stupidly. And I think that's really good because it means there's more unique content for The Walking Dead, and I'm really looking forward to the spin-off series, because that's even more things that are away from the comic books. So yeah, I think this episode is going to be really good, and I'm definitely going to review it when it comes out. And if there's anything you want to, and what you think is going to happen, discuss that. We'll discuss this in the comments, and maybe do another video with everyone's thoughts together and try and come up with some kind of essential plan for the episode, or anything. If you've got suggestions for any videos or the discussions or anything, comment them in the comments. Like this video and subscribe, as it really helps me helps me focus more and get more videos done. I'll see you on the next episode.